A very good afternoon. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. Well, first up, Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chauhan was greeted with protesting farmers near Shirdi. Farmers heckled the Chief Minister over the poor water supply from Nilwande Dam. As the protests got out of hand, the police had to resort to lathi charge to disperse the mob. This has been a long-standing demand of the farmers who have been calling for the opening of canals from the Nilwande Dam to provide water to the scarcity-hit eastern region of Maharashtra. And what you see on your screens was the subsequent lathi charge that broke out after these farmers heckled Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chauhan. My colleague Nolan now joins us over the phone lines with more details. Nolan, quite clearly, it looks like there is a growing anthem against Prithviraj Chauhan. If you could take us through exactly what took place today near Shirdi.
A lot of anger there, a lot of unrest. Now, all this is because of the long-standing demand of the farmers who have been demanding the opening of canals from the Nilwande Dam to provide water to the scarce-hit eastern region of Maharashtra. Now, we must remember that in the past 10-odd years, the number of farmer suicides in Maharashtra has been phenomenal. Now, in spite of that, the Congress-led government over there, along with their partners, have not been able to stem this or stop the numbers of farmers committing suicide. Now, Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chauhan, he was actually over there near Shirdi when he was greeted by these protesting farmers. Now, they started to heckle the Chief Minister over the poor water supply from the Nilwande Dam. Now, when the protest got out of hand, the police who were present had no other option but to resort to a lathi charge. Now, you can see it's not a mild lathi charge, as senior police officials in Maharashtra have stated, but the police went on a rampage. You can clearly see farmers being pushed, shoved, beaten. Well, that was what's the situation over there.
Right, Nolan, do we know how things got so out of hand? Is it known whether these farmers tried to attack Prithviraj Chauhan of sorts?
No, they did not attack him, but they started to heckle him. They started to ask him questions. They started to demand answers as to why water is not being released from the dam, when especially now the dam has been filled. Now, we must remember that Maharashtra has let out a lot of surplus water from the dams, which has actually led to flooding in the northern parts of Karnataka. So one can imagine that with the good monsoons now, thankfully, from the first week or the second week of July onwards, most of our dams are filled over here. Most of the dams are filled over there. In fact, they're all overflowing. The farmers are now, give us water because we need our crops, the standing crops, to survive. We need the water for that purpose. Now, when the officials did not do that, that is the reason they started to heckle him. And when that got out of control, they basically started to question him. They started to shout. They started to get out. That is when the police had to take action and resort to a mild lathi charge, which actually turned violent later on.
Right, Nolan, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. Things going completely out of hand near Shirdi there. Prithviraj Chauhan, the Maharashtra Chief Minister, was present. We understand that farmers started heckling him over the issue of water reaching their areas. It is understood this is with regards to a demand that they've gone ahead and voiced time and again in the past with regards to the opening of canals from the Nilwande Dam so that water can reach them easier. With the Maharashtra Chief Minister failing to comply, he was heckled by this crowd until the police came in and lathi charged the crowd.